growing number of Americans face medical debt. One report says an estimated 500,000 families each year turn to bankruptcy because they cannot pay their medical bills. One Maple Grove church stepped in to pay those medical bills for hundreds of people, and it's people they don't even know. Reporter Pafua Yang talked to the lead pastor about a special mission that's a first for a Minnesota church.
We are pleased to inform you that you no longer owe the balance on the debt referenced above to the above provider.
Inside Lord of Life Lutheran Church in Maple Grove.
Our forgiveness of the amount you owe is a no strings attached gift.
Reverend Joe White-Hugheim reads a copy of a letter sent to someone he may never meet.
And because this debt has been canceled as a gift,
about 470 families living hundreds of miles away received a similar one.
We chose areas in Arkansas and Texas because we've had mission partnerships there.
The Lord of Life congregation donated $15,000 to a nonprofit called RIP Medical Debt. That organization then took the money to buy debt from hospitals and in return erased nearly $1.6 million of medical debt.
And so because it's a write-off to the hospital, for instance, it's sold for pennies on the dollar.
White-Hugheim says over 60% of bankruptcies in the U.S. are the result of medical debt.
This sort of effort is for folks who have run into an unexpected medical emergency and just don't have the insurance coverage to pay for that.
Although church members at Lord of Life may never meet those they've impacted, they say that's okay because it's about serving, even in silence.
Kindness, we invite you to email us. Regards, RIP Medical Debt.
Lord of Life is the first Minnesota organization to partner with RIP Medical Debt. The church wants to someday assist Minnesota families with medical debt, but as of now, the state of Minnesota limits debt purchasing.
Thank you, Pafua. When it comes to keeping roads clear in the winter, MnDOT has many different ways to deal with those powerful storms. But here's one you might not have known about. This truck is called the Ice Breaker. There are 17 of these in Minnesota, including 4 in the Twin Cities metro area. The Ice Breaker has been in use for about 10 years. MnDOT only brings it out when certain weather conditions exist.
The elements that really make us use the Ice Breaker the most is when we have heavy snow, so our plows aren't able to plow it off the roadways before traffic can go over it, so some of that snow then compacts to the roadway. And then also the colder temperatures, because our materials like salt and brine don't work as well when the temperature is below 15 degrees.
Last year, MnDOT used the Ice Breaker often because of the polar vortex and multiple snowstorms. This winter, things have been much slower, but if the weather changes, MnDOT will be ready.
Shows that we really utilize a lot, our trucks in different ways. It's not one truck that would be the Ice Breaker, it's an attachment more. So we like to have different tools for different situations because we certainly see a gamut of weather here in Minnesota. So we want to be prepared for all elements.
MnDOT got the idea for using ice breakers from the state of Alaska. Accolades now for Osseo Senior High School Principal Michael Lehan. He has been named High School Principal of the Year for Minnesota Association of Secondary School Principals. Back in June, he received the Top Principal Award for Hennepin County. He has been principal at Osseo Senior High since 2015. And moving on to the teachers, there are 134 teachers statewide who are up for the 2020 Minnesota Teacher of the Year Award. Several are from right here in our area. And the local nominees are 3 teachers out of the Osseo School District. They are Corey Brown, who teaches art, and Jan Yon, who teaches 2nd grade both at Birch Grove Elementary, and Jessica Spurl, who is a 4th grade teacher at Fernbrook Elementary. The 2 nominated from Robbinsdale area schools are Janet Rain, a kindergarten teacher at Lakeview Elementary International Baccalaureate School, and Billy Pace Grachek Melson, who is the Life and Earth Sciences teacher at Sandburg Middle School. She was also the 2019 Robbinsdale Teacher of the Year. There are 4 nominated from Wayzata Public Schools. They are math teacher Emily Haw, English teacher Don Johnson, and science teacher Amanda Layden, who all teach at Wayzata High School. Also Steve Newman, a 6th grade teacher at Central Middle School. The Anoka-Hennepin District has 7 nominees, but only 1 from our area, and that's Stephanie Gwynn, who teaches 8th grade English at Jackson Middle School. Semifinalists and finalists will be announced in the coming weeks, with the winner announced on May 3rd. If you need a break from the cold, check out what's up this month at the Brookview Galleries. For the first time, the Artist Showcase features the work of artists from St. Louis Park and Golden Valley. There are 40 artists who contributed 86 different works that are hung in both floors of the Brookview Galleries.
We got a fantastic amount of artwork and artists. The variety is incredible. When we look at everything actually hung up in the galleries, it's better than we even expected.
John Klutchka is one of the artists participating who is displaying his art for the very first time. Admission to the Artist Showcase is free, and you can stop by and check it out at Brookview Golden Valley now through March 7th. Friends, we have an extra day in 2020, so why not spend it outside? Mark your calendars for a free play snow day at Three Rivers Parks on February 29th. On Leap Year Day, the Three Rivers Park District will offer a full lineup of events and activities that encourage you to go play in the snow. In all parks, there will be free rentals of cross-country skis, snowshoes, and sleds, free passes for dog off-leash areas, and some free ski lessons too. At Elm Creek, there will be discounted rates on tubing, downhill skiing, and snowboarding. You can find out more information on the Three Rivers Park District website.
It's playoff time in girls hockey. A battle-tested Maple Grove team is aiming for a return trip to St. Paul. After recording an 18-6-1 record, the Maple Grove girls are happy with their regular season performance, especially the emergence of first-year starter Brooke Casebo in net.
Yeah, I think our team's doing well. Like, we've had our ups and downs, but right now I think a lot of the younger kids are stepping up and doing their role, and Brooke's keeping us in games all the time. She's playing awesome, and yeah, it's just been a great year.
Starting with our goalie, she's done an amazing job. She came in, this is her first year of varsity, and she's done absolutely amazing. Also, our younger players that are coming in and some of our younger players that have stepped up have been huge, and just knowing their role and really stepping in and taking what we give them and doing great at it.
To say Maple Grove's played a rugged schedule is an understatement. They've played a who's who in Minnesota girls hockey, including Edina twice, Andover, Blake, Breck, and more. That has them playoff ready.
To be the best, we have to play the best so that we can be exposed and see where our weaknesses are and where we match up, and that gives us a great indication of where we're at and how we can help the kids to be successful in the postseason.
Playing against all those talented teams like the Andover Edinas, Brecks, and Blakes, like, we wouldn't be where we are right now if we didn't play teams like that.
It's great being able to play other great teams because it really pushes you to be better. There's never a game where you can just show up and kind of be lazy. Like, every game you get to show up, you work hard, you're focused, and so I think that makes our team so much better.
While it won't be easy, Maple Grove's resume this season has them a clear favorite to win Section 5AA. Now's the time to put it all together to make a run to state. Well, Wednesday marked an important day in the lives of some local high school athletes who will continue their athletics at the next level. It's one of the NCAA's National Signing Days, and at Maple Grove High School, 9 student athletes signed to play college sports at either Division I or Division II. A total of 7 sports and 8 universities were represented among the 9 Crimson seniors. Meanwhile, at Wayzata, 10 young men and women signed their letters of intent, including 6 from the Trojan State Championship football team and the first ever from the school to receive a scholarship for rugby. Here's what a few of the signees had to say.
It's definitely been a day that I've been looking forward to for a really long time, and I'm just glad that I can make it official and kind of look forward to my next 4 years at NDSU.
All the swimmers that go there always improve, always find like their next gear up. And what drew me to the school was the smaller school, so definitely gonna like the smaller campus feel, and it's a great area around it.
I like Mankato football. The coaches seem very supportive. They know my goals for college and after college. They're very supportive of that, and they're very patient with me. I really enjoyed the coaching staff there. They really made me feel like home. They made me feel loved. They made me feel the same as like if it was Wayzata High School, which I loved all my coaches here. And also, it's not extremely far away from home, so if I ever wanted to go and see my mom, I'd have the ability to. She could always come up and watch my games, which is what we planned for the future.
Here now is a look at a list of all the local athletes who signed with Division I or II schools.